Hello everybody, my name is Matt Simpson and I am the founder of Flaming Dice Reviews and Unkindness Games. Search and Survive is my very first game to be launched on Kickstarter, so I want to take just a moment to thank you very much for checking out this campaign. I really do appreciate it very much. If you like this game or know somebody else who would, please be sure to share it on Facebook or Twitter or whatever social media site you're active on. Now, Search and Survive is a fully cooperative deck building game for 1 to 4 players. It's set in a post-apocalyptic zombie-filled world called the Wasteland. Now, Search and Survive has some very different elements, at least different from other deck builders on the market, and that's what this video is about. We're going to tell you how Search and Survive is different from your run-of-the-mill deck building game. Now, there's going to be other videos further down in the description that are going to go deeper into gameplay mechanics and stuff like that. There's also a lot of text information on the campaign page. This is just an overview. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so the first and most obvious difference between Search and Survive and other deck builders on the market is dice rolling. In Search and Survive, players don't just use card stats to make attacks, you have to roll the dice. So that makes attacking risky and exciting, because you never know how the dice are going to treat you. You might roll great and be the hero of the player round, or you might bomb completely and have to take damage. Now that's key to the game, because each player starts the game with 10 damage. If any one player takes 10 damage, the game ends in defeat. The game is won by the players working together to survive and find the cards they need to complete the objective. And that can change from game to game. There's different objective cards. In fact, I have one to show you here. Don't know if you can see that, but the details for the objective are here, and players can play their cards to the objective. And if you complete all these objectives, because some of them have multiple, then you win the game. Take enough damage cards, you lose. Now, I am a huge fan of deck building games. I love them. From Star Realms and Ascension all the way up to Mystic Vale. Even though they call that a card crafting game, it's still sort of like a deck builder. The genre is very near and dear to my heart. I absolutely love it. But whenever we sat down to create Search and Survive, we wanted to make something completely different. Now, in your standard deck builder, you have 1, 2, I can't think of it, but I'm sure in some cases 3 different types of currency that you can use to buy cards. And there's starter cards out there in the middle of the play area that you can buy that are just kind of to get you going. Search and Survive completely changes that. There's only one currency, and that's combat. Every card you get is going to be acquired through combat. Every resource card that you find is going to have to be found. You're going to have to fight, you're going to have to find it, and you're going to have to survive. Hence the name of the game, Search and Survive. So there's no freebie cards that you can buy. Everything has to be fought and bled for. Literally. Well, not literally. Anyway, the combat is central to the game, and there are certain cards that help you progress. So there's survivors, like the prepper here, and there's locations, like this hospital. Now, survivors and locations are permanents, and they're played below your player board, which we'll get to in a moment, and they permanently enhance your ability to survive and perform in combat. Now, another big difference between Search and Survive and your standard deck builder is the fact that each player has their own identity. Normally, differentiation between the player's abilities is done only through card acquisition, and the same is true in Search and Survive. However, each player starts with a unique player board, and this player board shows the special abilities that each player has, so they can be used throughout the game. Now, if you want to increase the difficulty, you can play without these. However, they do have a handy-dandy guide round and what the search tokens can do. We don't even have time to get into search tokens, just know that that is an ability that players have. So, like I said, we tried to make this game very different from your standard deck builder. The last thing that I want to talk to you about is a problem that's in a lot of deck builders, and that's dead weight cards. A lot of times you'll get a card and it'll come up on your turn and you can't use it. It's not good in that scenario. So that's one thing that we want to do, was eliminate dead weight cards. There's cards that aren't useful in every single scenario, but every card has a secondary ability, and that's to be discarded and to allow you to draw a card. So we've done our best to eliminate dead weight cards. Well, again, I just want to take a moment to thank you for checking out the Kickstarter campaign for Search and Survive and for watching this video. I've had a blast designing this game and playtesting it, and I can't wait to get it to you. If you're already a backer, then thank you for going on this journey with me. It truly means the world to me. And if you haven't backed it yet, then please consider it and share it with any friends that you think would enjoy it. It sure would mean the world to me if you did. Thanks again for checking it out. Bye-bye.